Hi Aquarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of October 22nd through the 28th. This is for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Aquarius Rising signs. So Aquarius, for this reading I'm using the Wheel of the Year tarot deck along with the Madame Endura's fortune cards. Very interesting. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, I have the Four of Pentacles, which financially can speak about feeling financially secure, having, money in the bank. Fours represent that security, that stability. But energetically speaking, it can be a patient energy. It can be some of you holding out, waiting on something. Can also be the need to let go, needing to be more flexible. The overall energy is the Magician, and so I view the Magician as an empowered energy. So, this week here, Aquarius, you're empowered, you're in control, you already have everything you need to be successful when it comes to starting something new or manifesting in some way. Making changes. I'm definitely even getting that. What's interesting is we have the Three of Swords. You have a couple of threes here in this spread. You also have the Devil. And so for some of you could be dealing with a situation involving three people. But we have this Three of Swords with the World. And so the World speaks about completion. So if there was like a three-party situation, that situation could be coming to an end. That could be completing. Maybe some of you are done with it, done dealing with it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that's like a love affair or a love triangle. It could be a business thing. It could be a family thing. We do have a full moon here this week, and so full moons are all about completion. And so I'm seeing the World actually come up quite a bit for a lot of different signs. And so, you're one of them. Something is completing here. And so it could be a situation involving three people, or it could be one where there was some unfairness. I have the Three of Swords and I have Justice here. So maybe some of you have been dealing with, it could be a legal situation, but some sort of unfairness, things not feeling equal, but that's coming to an end. Might involve real estate, assets, things like that, money, inheritances, things like that with the Ten of Pentacles. Very much financial and or family matters that are significant. Could even be relationship stuff for some of you, but that's coming to an end. If there was heartache or there was deception or something done to you unfairly, that's completing, that's coming to an end. Justice will be served. Anytime justice shows up, things, will be made right and fair for all parties, and balance is definitely significant for you guys. It's a theme here. We have justice, we have temperance, and so the energy will balance out. So if you felt hurt or brokenhearted or stuck or feeling challenged in some way, the energy will lighten. And here this week with the Magician as the overall energy, you certainly might feel more empowered or like you're gaining back your power in some way. Maybe getting creative or using the tools, the skills, the resources that you have already available to you, Aquarius. But what's interesting is we also have the Devil here, and the Devil is mirroring this Three of Swords. And so, some of you might have felt stuck or trapped in some way. And that could be within a relationship, that could be a toxic relationship, a toxic work environment, a living situation, a legal matter. I think some of you have felt stuck. That's really what I'm getting. Stuck. I think that you felt stuck This Three of Swords energy can be mental frustration, disappointment. I think that you felt stuck and like some things were not fair. But I feel like this is a week where you can do something about it. Maybe being flexible, staying open, being flexible, getting creative. Because many of you already have what you need to be successful. Or maybe to get things to kind of even out, for these scales to kind of move here. I think that some of you definitely have what you need to be successful, to overcome these challenges. But with the world, you know, this is, you know, for some of you, a phase or a chapter of your life. You've successfully completed one chapter, you're moving on to that next chapter. I always say with the world, it's a process. And with justice and temperance, some of these other energies here, when these energies are at play, things will develop slowly. Things will happen as they're meant to happen. And so you might need to have patience throughout this process. But, you know, overall, you do have some good energies to work with. You know, if your feelings have been hurt or there was some sort of loss that you went through, Aquarius, with temperance and then also the Four of Swords, you are healing. Some of you, maybe you're getting away. You could be going on vacay, taking some time off of work. So some of you are healing. That could be physically, that could be emotionally, that could be mentally. You are healing. Maybe some of you need to take things slow at this time. We do also have the Empress, which could be a woman that is significant. Some of you Aquarian women, you're healing. You are on the verge of maybe, you know, starting that next chapter, that next phase, starting something new here. You know, with the world, you have a 10, and then you also have the Empress. So some of you are on that verge of starting something new. For others, maybe dealing with a woman, maybe a three-party situation. So definitely a very interesting spread. I think that's for some of you, this is definitely some family stuff. Could be legal matters, maybe even property, assets, things like that. Significant. And then for others, you know, I think it is on the love front. I think that some of you definitely maybe have dealt with a three-party situation. Maybe some of you have felt stuck. Maybe you're in the process of getting a divorce, and maybe there are a lot of like assets and things like that that you're thinking about. But here we do have the Magician as the overall energy, which is very, very good. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. What else does Aquarius need to know? And you know, the Devil can represent doing something in excess. Too much of something is obviously not a good thing. Temperance is all about moderation. So, you know, that when I see these two together, it's always very interesting. And so here, again, balance is needed, and in all things in moderation. Not rushing into anything, taking your time as you kind of go through this process, staying out of your head, not obsessing, or doing anything that's, you know, obviously not good for you. All right, and we have the Key. Locked doors can now be opened. So that's very nice. This is one of the best cards in this deck. So we have the Magician as the overall energy, along with the World and Justice. And now we have the Key. And so the Key for me can just represent, for some of you, you finding the answer, you unlocking the answer. So some of you, you're finding the answer, or you're finding something that is going to help you in a big way here this week. For some of you, doors are now being opened. All right, Aquarius. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you guys a great week.